Desperation driving people to make terrible decisions in buying property. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at this article discussing young Aussies are considering buying a home with friends. Now, this I think is a sign of desperation. This is very, very dangerous. You don't want to mix business and friendship. This is not like a marriage. You're not in it for the long run. You're not combining all your finances together, but there you go. I mean, come on. So let's look at this, guys. Let's look at this because this is quite concerning. Young Australians consider buying a home with friends. Wannabe homeowners turn to creative ways to get on the property ladder. Creative ways. Let me know what you reckon in the chat, everyone. Do you think this is a safe move? This just screams disaster. Disaster waiting to happen. What if one person wants to sell and the other? What if one person gets into family strife or gets a divorce and then that partner owns half the house? And this is a nightmare. Just a nightmare waiting to happen. Research released today by the NAB revealed that 40% of young Australians are considering buying a property with someone other than a romantic partner. Now, is this their parents? If it's their parents, that's different. But with a mate? The option of buying a home with a friend was the second most popular option nominated by a young person as a way to get into the property market. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, friends are great. You can have friendships that last your entire lifetime. But you don't buy property together. You don't want to mix that. What if something goes wrong? What if you need to desperately sell and your friend won't? Then it's going to be a legal fight. Even if you have a contract, even if you have terms and conditions, it'll be a legal fight. Find another way, guys. Find another way. Bloody hell. Outside of dropping their price range, buying with another person tops the list of compromises Aussies aged 18 to 29 are prepared to make to get into the market. Well, these days now, you need two incomes to buy a house. Normally, between 18 and 29, that's when people get married and you start a family and you buy a house. But a lot of people aren't getting married anymore, are they? Rent vesting. Oh, remember during the lockdowns where we heard all the horror stories of the rent vesters? I can't afford my own rent, let alone paying the mortgage. Oh boy, what happened to them? Where buyers invest in an area where they can afford to buy and put in tenants, while renting in an area where then owners want to live, was another popular option. Almost a third of those surveyed saying they would be willing to buy and rent the property out initially, while 20% say they're up for moving into a shared house. Okay, I guess. I mean, that's no different to, or it is different, but what about the other option of moving home and working the Macca's job and the Coles job to build your property empire? Isn't that how it's done in Australia? I feel like that's how it's done in Australia. The most contacted to get into the property market was still the most traditional in the survey, with 41% of respondents saying they would adjust the amount they were willing to spend on property. Okay, so at least 41% of Aussies are still sensible, while 31% said that they would trade off with the size of land, garden or outdoor space, while 28% said they would be willing to give up on their preferred location to secure a home. 10% said they would not be willing to compromise at all on their wish list. Come on. They don't want to dare compromise on their wish list. An AB executive for home ownership, Andy Kerr, said younger people are getting creative when it comes to making their property dreams come true. Younger Australians aren't letting meeting a partner or getting married later in life hold them back from owning a home now. People are definitely looking at their options and casting the net wider when thinking about who they could buy with, he said. He also said that despite the rising cost of living and interest rates, many first home owners haven't been deterred from entering the property market. They are just becoming more open to try new ways of achieving it. Kerr said, regardless of who you are buying with, it's important that you talk about how you'll jointly save for a deposit, agree on the property, and meet ongoing costs. I guess the traditional family isn't considered anymore. As buying a home is the biggest purchase most of us will make, it's also worth considering getting a solicitor involved for additional comfort, he said. Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, let's have a talk about this one, guys. This screams of desperation to me that people are considering getting in with friends to buy property. I mean, it may work out perfectly fine in a rising market where nothing goes wrong and you're all property geniuses, but with interest rates going up, getting higher and higher, what if one person's income drastically drops? Then you have to pay more. It can get so messy so quick. I would not be recommending this to anyone. This just seems nuts. What do you think? Seriously, does this seem nuts to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Check out HeiseBim and Heise Does. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon using our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.